talk about a disarmament if an individual has a firearm and you see that firearm, and like I'm behind him. So for example, if I'm protecting somebody or I'm keeping an eye on somebody, depending on the formation we're in, whether it's a diamond or a triangle, or there's different types of formations for protective security details, but essentially, let's say that I happen to see someone. I'll give you a great example. Congresswoman Gabby Gifford, when she was attacked, as well as the rest of the people that were at that event in Arizona, the individual drew his firearm up and started firing, and there were people in not too far proximity, just out of reach, and so when he drew his weapon, they could see it from here. Now, he got tackled. Ironically, he was tackled by a guy who actually had concealed carry and could have drew on him and fired back, but instead wrestled him to the ground and disarmed him, and I think that's fantastic. That's proper use of your capabilities rather than having to go to that deadly force immediately. He actually mitigated continuous risk to other people by intervening at that point. And so if he's facing this way and I see a firearm come up, immobilization number 7 is a very practical choice here, isn't it? Now, it wouldn't be the case if this firearm was pointed at me. I wouldn't clear to a number 7 this way. Sorry, I naturally went to the right direction, which is correct. This is the correct direction. My instincts, where my training is, I wouldn't go immobilization number 7 because the risk to me is far too great, and I don't want to put myself in harm's way. But what we're talking about is you happen to see a firearm come up. Let's pretend for a second that he's got a holster and he's drawing like this, and as he brings that weapon up, I happen to see it, and I'm in close enough proximity where I can intervene at this point. So I run, and as I run, I capture his hand immediately with both hands. I can go into number 7 very, very easily. Hell, I can grab the bottom of this weapon without any problem and twist it back towards him as I move that number 7, right? So you can see my movement is very, very easy. So if I do it from this perspective here, if I come up at this angle, I'm in fairly good position. I'm not really at risk yet, assuming that he doesn't catch me on his peripheral and start to then pull up on me, okay? But either way, if he's facing this way and I see him and I can intervene coming at a diagonal perspective, I can capture this and go into a number 7 very, very easily, very powerfully. Hell, I can just grab the top of this and move it, okay? So go look at number 7, immobilization number 7, and review that technique, because that'll help you understand exactly what I'm talking about. There's no sense in me taking him down. Go study number 7, understand immobilization number 7, also known as kotegaeshi, and then you could apply it from this perspective. So if you happen to see a weapon drawn at this angle, this is very rational for a number 7, whether it's single hand or double hand is irrelevant. Okay, so go think about that and get your partner and practice that technique.